Join. Connecting. I have no idea. What is this? I don't know. Hello?
Hello.
There you go.
You can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't put myself in. That's why.
So you weren't in.
No. When I tested me,
Okay. All right, we're good to go. Thank you. Yeah.
uh, you still got the other one on, but that one is backstage. Damn.
All right, you're good to go. Thanks. Yeah. All right.
That's too much, honey. Got me sweating
Sweating to the oldies.
on a Friday.
Now.
Well,
Now
okay, so what was it? What was it?
it was an audio issue. That's what it was. It didn't connect. It was an audio issue.
It was something with the output.
Everything was already on. That's the thing. Everything was already on. Before you came on, he was testing with me on the other side of the room.
I didn't send you the link.
Yeah, but
Oh,
we
you
were
just testing
testing
the
for.
audio before, but I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay. Welcome to Dusty Chronicles.
No, what actually is tether talk.
tether talk.
Because you a musty tether that you couldn't get your audio right.
I'm I'm the king of all tethers.
I can't even see your eyes. You so black.
I'm the king of all tethers. Here we go.
You so black.
That's how you like them, right?
Not like that. You black and ashy.
Like them, right?
um. So is this a one night only?
No. It could be multiple nights.
I'm talking about Friday nights. Is this a one night only on Friday night? Because
Listen,
I can't rely on you.
Friday nights are my time. Friday nights I got to go out and do my thing.
Go out where? You ain't going nowhere tonight.
Not tonight, no. Of course, I'm here.
Why you don't got nowhere to go tonight?
Well, because I'm on the tether talks tonight. That's why.
Honey, because you could have been like, "Oh, I'm busy." You didn't blow away plans for this.
I wanted to do this
No, you didn't.
here.
You didn't. Your birthday plans don't kick off till tomorrow,
Till tomorrow, correct.
and you had time.
I did have time. Yeah.
That's why you're here.
I'm here because it's been a while.
The lies your tethering ass tell.
Tether, always scamming. Always scamming.
Yeah, so listen. On the Dusty, I got like almost 500 subs, so it's 22 people watching.
Okay.
But on X, it's a total of 56. So on X, it's like over 30 something, which is good.
Oh,
You know,
this is simultaneously being broadcast on X?
yeah, I'm on X and I'm on the Dusty Chronicle
Okay.
because we was not putting this on the main station.
But you could have promoted it on the main station.
I did. Okay,
Oh.
so I found out a new trick, right? Because I went live at 7 and I was like, well, I ain't gonna be up here long, be doing the show at 9. So what I did, you can add the live stream from another channel at the end of the show. So that directs people to go to that one. So I did that and it was 50 people waiting for this. So I'm like, shit, maybe I went live too soon. So I should have went live at 8 and said, hey, join me over on Dusty, and then came over here at 9. So it was like an hour and a half with people. Well, an hour people had, and some people fell off or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, so next time I know. But how are you?
I'm great. It's a pleasure to be here. It's been a while since we've worked side by
What
side.
happened to Magados?
Magados? Well, it is MAGA. MAGA season is back. It's definitely MAGA season. MAGA season.
So
Officially-
I was saying how we used to do Magados, and it was, first of all, that was a really good show. And if we would have kept doing that, it probably would have blew up. But you are so lazy, like you was not consistent. You ain't want to do it no more.
I'm a bachelor. I'm a young man. I like to engage in life, and I didn't commit to it. I should have. we were going to. I did love that one studio in Newark. For some reason, I thought that was like a nice. That was like a nice setup. Angles were nice. I thought that was a nice studio. That's my opinion, but
Not the one in Brooklyn that we got kicked out of.
that was a nice studio too. But they were just biased. That was an awesome studio. It had the big.
Email?
It had the big screen in the background. That was a nice studio. The camera angles were great.
The engineer, he was cool, but I think he told on us.
He was like, "Oh, this black dude came in with a MAGA hat on." I could imagine what he said. The black dude had a MAGA hat on. He was talking about illegal aliens and we
But
can't.
then again, no, because we went there twice, and the second time it was the black guy that was the engineer, and that's when we got the email the next day.
The white guy who was there, we were good. We did the show, came back. We set up another appointment. Came back. The black dude just wasn't. He saw the MAGA hat and he was just like,
It's always your own.
This Negro coming up here with the MAGA. We can't have any of that now.
Okay, so why do black people turn on each other?
Well, because there was never any black unity to begin with. Like you said, like a lot of people are starting to realize it's time to delineate. It's time to focus on our, certain specifics and ideas that are specific to certain black cultures and black groups. This whole Pan-Africanist idea is just, it's not as reality as you think. Look what's going on in Ghana. They want blacks to come to Ghana. And now a lot of black folks are saying, well, we feel like we're being hustled. It's like, why you want me to get Ghana citizenship and you're asking me for my financials? What does that have to do? One guy was like, I kept getting an email about my financials. They wouldn't submit the paperwork until they have my financials. He was like, well, why do you need my financials? So, this whole idea of solidarity, it sounds good. It would be good if they could build, communities can build off of it and people can come together as a collective, politically, economically, but people are scamming and hustling.
But I blame you tethers.
Why is that?
Because you tethers are the ones that don't want to, y'all talk bad about FBAs. Y'all always have like these negative stereotypes, I say that you are an exceptional tether because you've been here since what, the 80s? You were born here?
Born here. I was born in Stamford, Connecticut. Born and raised.
I thought your parents put you here from Haiti when they came.
Hell no, my parents came here in the 60s. I was born.
You were an anchor baby.
No, and technically an anchor baby is a child born to an illegal.
Your parents weren't illegal. They were citizens.
Of course, they came in the 60s. They had to be citizens.
Oh, okay. They came in the 60s. Okay.
Dad came in 63. Mom came in 67.
So they were the different immigrants. They were the that was down for.
Well, my dad told me, they told him at the immigration office, if you want to stay here, you got to A, learn the language, B, go to school, and C, show proof of your work and your school that you're attending, and learn English, or else you're gone. The immigration policies in the 1960s was nothing like it is today. They made sure that you were going to apply to the American economic system, because if not, you were, see ya.
Right.
It wasn't.
But I'm talking, but even your parents, their ideology when it came to blackness, like they were down for the black people here. Like we were all one back then.
Oh yeah. My father was really big on black uniformity, black union. My uncle, he didn't like foundational black America. I'm serious. I could remember in the 80s, maybe early 90s, they would be in the house arguing because my uncle would be like, well, why do you want to follow those blacks? They're racist. They're bums. They don't work. They're on welfare. My dad was like, you don't understand history. Like, what are you talking about? Because my dad was a big Jesse Jackson supporter because you remember Jesse Jackson ran for president, I think in 84. I don't know.
Right.
And my dad was big on Jesse Jackson. That I could remember. And then he was just like, oh, blacks are just, they're bums. And it would just go. But my dad had pictures of Elijah Muhammad in the garage. He had pictures of Malcolm X. Like he was
revolution. He was a revolutionary.
He came in the 60s. If you were here.
Didn't he leave your mom to be a single mother?
They divorced. Yes, they divorced when I was in high school. He left for a younger woman.
So he got that FBA blood in him.
I mean, he still took care of her. He didn't leave her destitute. I mean, we still had money coming in. He still took care of her.
Right. But did she take him for child support?
She didn't need it. I mean, the rent was still paid.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Rent was still paid.
Is your
Food.
father still alive?
No, my father died in 2016.
Oh, he did. Okay, so
Yeah.
sorry. Did I knew you then, right? Did I?
We met in 2017 for the
Oh,
Star in the Morning show.
right. Was that why you were so angry a lot because dad passed away?
Well, yeah, I was still coming off of that. That was about 6 months into his passing, and then we started
You
doing it.
never mentioned that.
Yeah, I did mention my father passed away. Yeah,
No, but not I didn't know he passed away.
6 months prior.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought like it was probably years or
No, no,
something.
no, no, no. He passed away, and we started the show in what, January of 2017.
Okay, yes, something
Yeah,
like that.
he
Yeah.
passed away in like June of 2016.
Oh, wow.
It was a 6 7 month period
Okay, and that was the beginning of Trump's first term, right?
when he first started. Exactly.
Oh my God. Why it seems so far away, but it's not really technically. That was almost 10 years
It,
ago.
we've been in this Trump dynasty for about a decade, close.
Yeah.
Started campaigning in 2015. It's 2025. It's been 10 years.
You got is that your MAGA hat?
Yeah, the Black MAGA. Yeah, look at that.
What do it say? Make America great again?
America great again. Yeah.
Why is it you I don't know. It's on, but I can't, it's like it's flipped backwards. Maybe because of the camera is
It's the camera scenario.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, speaking of Trump now, I I think I sent you this and I said it was your cousin. No, I sent it to Star. I was like, this number 9
It's
cousin.
cousin, yeah. Can't you see the resemblance? Can't you see the resemblance?
So let's play this real quick.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
One of those threats is this illegal alien from Haiti. ICE says he's a gang member with 17 criminal convictions in recent years.
Trump, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
ICE Boston quickly takes down its next targets, including this illegal alien from Brazil who has an Interpol red notice for armed robbery. This Salvadoran illegal alien charged locally with rape and released by a sanctuary jurisdiction.
Señor, ¿cómo se llama?
And this Dominican illegal alien charged with assault with a deadly weapon and heroin trafficking. Officers also arrested this Guatemalan MS-13 gang member facing gun charges. ICE says he was released from local custody just the day before. Their detainer request was ignored because of sanctuary policies. And in a sign of shifting priorities with the new Trump administration, this man, who was in the same apartment as the target, was also arrested after ICE determined he's also in the U.S. illegally. This is what ICE calls collateral.
So you guys got your main target just now, but you got somebody else. What just happened?
So our main target was released by a sanctuary jurisdiction, not honoring a detainer. That person was released back into the community, and when we went to go find him, he's with somebody else who was previously removed from the United States. So he's going to go today too.
And that is exactly what Border Czar Tom Homan has warned would happen.
So what are your thoughts?
I think this is incredible. I mean, this is what we're over 72 hours into the Trump administration. We're what, less than 5 days in, and he's already enacted the deportation policies that he promised that he was going to start. I mean, if you're, and he said, and Tom Homan, who's his immigration czar, and Donald Trump said we are going to start with the violent criminals first. And this is who he's starting with. This guy had a record. You had a bunch of other guys that they showed that they arrested that had records that were, one guy was just recently released from custody, and then they picked him up. So I think this is as effective as possible. This is a president that promised that he was going to do something, and he's actually doing it. And people are up in arms. A politician who said they're going to do something, and he's actually doing it.
And they're upset. And it's like, listen, can we imagine what his first 100 days is? Because is he, like you said, 3 days, 4 days in, the same day he was inaugurated, he signed 200 executive orders.
Yeah, but I think Biden signed a bunch when he first came in. He was just signing them.
And there were dozens of LGBTQ.
There's a lot of LGBTQ people that are upset. I got a real nasty text message earlier. A real nasty text.
No.
from an LGBTQ person
that you know?
that I know. They were like, "Oh, well, okay, so tell me, how do you feel about what Trump is doing now?" And I responded, I said, "I think he's doing a great job." And I sent a link of the illegal aliens that he was deporting. And they said, "Oh, well, what about DEI?" I said, "Well, I think meritocracy should supersede, quotas." And then nothing for like 30 minutes. And then I get a text message and it said, "Oh, you're a horrible human being. I don't ever want to speak to you again." I'm like, "All right, well."
Was this a female?
This was a trans individual.
So you are friends. You were friends with a transgender person?
He was a he when I knew him growing up. Now he's a trans. Well, we're not friends anymore.
Oh, so he became a woman as an adult.
We grew up together. Yeah,
Okay, and you remained that person's friend.
we're friends on Facebook. Yeah, they're friends. Yeah, 'cause I knew him when he was a he back in 4th grade.
But you didn't judge him or
No,
shun him when he chose to become a woman.
because we grew up together.
But
Friends.
he judged you and shunned you.
Oh, I got a nasty text message today, and I was like, "Wow, okay." I mean, he always knew I was a Trump supporter, so it was nothing new. He used to listen to Star in the Morning and the Magado show, so this is nothing as a shock. Like, oh, this guy, oh, you down with Trump now? I mean, I've been down with Trump for almost a decade. I guess.
I think with the DEI, because Trump did sign an executive order declaring only 2 genders. But if he identifies with a female, he picked a gender. He's just not picking a day. So I don't understand.
I got a text that said, well, and this person's FBA. And this person said, my ancestors died for the DEI. I said, wait a second, your ancestors died for DEI? I said, really? DEI wasn't even a thing till about a decade ago.
DEI was a thing 3 years ago.
Years ago. Yeah, I'm giving it too much credit. 2-3 years ago. Yeah, after what? The pandemic? This whole DEI thing came in?
I never heard of that acronym until the Biden administration. Like,
exactly, DEI. Yeah, and it's funny, when I was working in the mayor's office, they hired in 2021. They hired a woman to head the DEI operation for the city of Stanford, and she was making almost $200,000 a year just to walk around and tell white folks to, incorporate people of color.
Well, the Biden administration they were giving corporations, they had a budget of $700 million annually, and they would give it to corporations, and corporations would create these DEI training programs. It wasn't about hiring, because I looked at it, okay, if it's about hiring people, minority people in corporations, then that means you're righting a wrong. So tell me the wrong. And so are you saying that these companies were discriminating against minorities and not hiring them? Well, that is a lawsuit, because we still have laws to protect. This whole DEI was already in existence because of the civil rights law, the equal opportunity laws and stuff like that. But the DEI came into effect because of $700 million to give to corporations. And those same corporations will be supporting these local politicians or whatever. And in return, you get millions of dollars so that you can implement these bullshit training programs onto your employees on how to not be racist, I guess.
Well, DEI was an offshoot of affirmative action and the equal opportunity policies that were put into place decades ago. DEI was like this hybrid ideology that was put forth through affirmative action and through these new equity policies and things of that nature, and they created this DEI thing. And to be honest with you, primarily they created it to not only infiltrate the public sector, but primarily the private sector, because a lot of these corporations were bringing in DEI liaisons and DEI associates and paying them off the company payroll to say here, we got a DEI coach to come in and oversee our operations. So they was like, we're doing our part. So like you said, the government, they could receive these, financial elements from the government incentives because they have this DEI policy in their system. I mean, I knew a guy who worked for a company. They hired a DEI liaison, and he said, to be honest with you, the company is still like 90% white. It didn't really, I mean, they hired maybe 2 or 3 Hispanics and one black guy. He was like, but the company's dynamic didn't really change. It's still a 90, so
It's just to teach white people to be more sensitive to people of color or to be more tolerant, I guess, of LGBT. It's bullshit. It is all bullshit. And I get it to where his executive orders were to get rid of DEI and hire people on merit basis. And that's how it should be. Because if you're not, because listen, you could still point out if someone is discriminating against you.
of course.
So why are you giving companies millions of dollars just to train people to not be a bigot or something like that? I just think that really was a waste of time, and it just created a whole bunch of crazy narratives and talking points that people use or try to use against other people who were against the whole thing of DEI. So you know what else I'm thinking now is, I feel as though, okay, yes, Trump won, Republicans control Congress. So now the left, the liberals, the Democrats, they kind of control the media because George Soros buying up 400 radio stations, so forth, so forth. So now what they're doing, they are creating their narrative via the media during this administration, and it's just going to be a complete shit show of their bullshit propaganda via the media. The media is very important, and is people believe the news, and a lot of these news publications and news outlets, they're all lying about a lot of things that the Trump administration is doing or plan to do. I can't wait for the State of the Union. And by the way, it was breaking news. Pete, how you pronounce his last name? Hajess?
Hegseth.
Whatever. He just got confirmed as, what was the secretary?
They were trying to block him. They were trying to block him. They were
Well,
trying to block.
he's messy. I heard when he was working at Fox, he cheated on his wife and got the girl pregnant.
He had a side girl that actually worked at Fox. She was like an intern, and yeah, he was
Did
playing.
he leave his wife for her?
I'm not sure if he left the wife, but there was some kind of scandal going on with him at Fox. I remember him. I remember when Pete Hegseth came on Fox. He was touted as a former Marine. He trained with the Navy SEALs. He served. He was a big patriotic guy, big constitutionalist, and he was on Fox News. He was on Fox Radio. He used to co-host with Sean Hannity. He did a lot of things, and I was like, oh, this guy's pretty impressive. He would travel from state to state and campaign when Donald Trump was in the second phase of his campaign process, and he was out there for him. But I was kind of surprised that Pete Hegseth got this nomination. I was like, well, what's his background?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, okay, I get it. He's the patriot guy. He served. I get it. But somebody owed somebody a favor somewhere.
But he has a military background, so he just got confirmed Secretary of Defense, correct?
Correct.
What do you think of Mark Rubio being Secretary of State? I don't like that.
I cringed. It's funny that you said. It's funny that you said that. I had a conversation with somebody. They were like, "Whoa, Rubio, that's awesome." I said, "Rubio's a neocon, and he's an anti-Trumper." I mean, I can go back to 2016 and 17 where Rubio was always up against Trump's policies. He was always questioning Trump's ideology. He was a big time anti-Trumper. And admittedly, there's tweets and there's things that came out that would talk about Trump's propensity to be a leader, and Rubio constantly challenged it because, again, Rubio is I wouldn't even call the guy conservative. I'd say he's a moderate at best. He's pushed for a lot of bipartisan policies. Rubio supported an amnesty act in 2018, so he did believe in giving illegal aliens that were already here amnesty, and he's a warmonger. He believed in, one of the first things he said was we should go to Iran and bomb them if they don't comply with Israel and Americans' ideas and their policies. So,
real quick, what is your X handle? The real number 9?
No, just real number 9. Real number and numerical number 9 at the end. And I said Marco Rubio. I would have accepted Ted Cruz over Marco Rubio because at least Ted Cruz goes down to the border.
Number or the real number 9? You spell number. You spell out the word number.
Spell out the word number, and then at the end of number, it's the numerical 9.
Okay.
I would have accepted what's his name, Ted Cruz over Marco Rubio. I mean, yeah, I said it, Ted Cruz, because like I said, at least Ted Cruz has done the work. He's gone down to the border. He's at least proposed comprehensive immigration policies and things of that nature, and he didn't support that amnesty that Marco Rubio supported back in 2018. So I thought, like you said, I thought it was odd that Marco Rubio gets Secretary of State. But again, this is politics. Somebody owed somebody a favor somewhere.
So listen, I said that, with this show, of course, we're going to talk about pop culture, gossip, and tea with a sprinkle of politics. So we're just starting off talking about politics, but we are going to get to the bullshit. Somebody says, did you two already speak on Trump removing the security detail from Fauci and Bolton? No, we did not, because the first 20 minutes, number 9 had tether audio problems.
I was dealing with janky tether business. Janky tether goose.
So this is the Dusty Chronicles YouTube. Please subscribe. And this is one night only Tether Talk
with the King Tether himself.
Number 9.
King of all tethers. Yeah, I'm taking that title.
Now, are we doing this again next Friday?
Next Friday is what, the 1st? I'm just trying. The 31st?
I don't know.
I got a lot of birthdays in my family in January. I might be celebrating.
Well, January is over with.
January is not over with. My birthday is this Sunday. It's not over with.
This is okay. Next week is the last week. No, next week Friday is the 31st.
Right.
So what birthdays? 1 week left in January. What birthdays you got?
My nephews. I had 2 nephews with a birthday this week. I had a sister with a birthday today. My late mother's birthday is tomorrow, and my birthday is on Sunday. It's a lot of birthdays going on.
So your birthday is the day after your mom.
Mother's birthday was the day before mine. Yeah, January 25th.
Before we get to this question, what do you want to do for your birthday?
For my birthday, well, I'm having dinner with family. I love steakhouses, so.
And how do you honor your mom or hers?
Well, we'll probably go to her gravesite and, lay flowers, and, my sisters will be there. And, so Sunday we'll probably meet up. My daughter will probably be there on Sunday. My sisters will be there. We'll do a brunch or something, or maybe a dinner.
Okay. Who's cooking?
We're going out. Nobody's cooking.
Oh, ain't nobody cooking no Haitian dishes, honey. My Haitian dishes be banging.
Can cook Haitian dishes. All my sisters could cook. All 6 of them. Some are better than others, but all 6 of them could cook. So yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, happy birthday. But you can still commit to next week, Friday.
There's a birthday. There's a birthday on Friday that I might have to go hang out.
What floozy? What floozy?
Not a floozy. Oh, a family friend.
Wow.
Not a floozy.
Okay, so let's get to this question. Did you two already speak on Trump removing security detail from Fauci and Bolton? No. What do you think about it? I think that's good, because Trump said he could afford it and he can. And why does he need security?
I knew about John Bolton, but I didn't know about Anthony Fauci.
Oh, yes. I don't even know who John Bolton is.
Yeah, John Bolton is the old guy that looked like he was from Mayberry. He had the real thick gray mustache.
What was his job description?
He was a part of, I think he was a part of the defense. I forget what John Bolton's title was, but he was a part of the Trump administration in the first his first run. Yeah, John Bolton. And John Bolton is a super neocon. He's a warmonger.
Wait a minute, but did John Bolton work under Biden administration?
No, he was under the Trump.
Oh, so Trump just he being petty.
Yeah, he was under the Trump administration. Yeah, John
it's
Bolton.
like, oh, bitch, I ain't thinking about you. Let me give it that detail.
People said don't bring John Bolton in, so it just makes me wonder his picks. Like, does he really pick them, or is Jared Kushner behind a lot of these people coming in?
I don't think. Is Jared really? He's not really in it. Well, I know the wife isn't, but
Jared Kushner has a lot of influence.
Didn't he appoint Jared Kushner dad to something in this administration?
Correct. Who was recently released from prison.
Right, because he was a slumlord in the state of New Jersey.
Correct. With illegal managing of company finances and unscrupulous
All types of
and unscrupulous business practices. Yes.
yeah, blackmail and
Tax evasion. And tax evasion. Oh yeah.
So yeah, and Fauci, he said Fauci got enough money to afford it. But why did he even have security detail provided by the federal government?
Well, because Fauci was a major part of the COVID panel. He worked on he was the go-to guy. I mean, who was everybody going to? I mean, Fauci's been a government employee for decades. And under the Trump administration, remember, under the COVID lockdowns, they brought Anthony Fauci in to oversee the COVID operation, especially when the vaccines were released. Anthony Fauci was at the head of it all.
So anybody who works for the federal government, you get security detail?
Not necessarily. It has to be approved. Not necessarily, no.
Okay, so was he getting death threats? Was he that hated that he felt like he needed security? Because if you need security detail for your position, you was doing a lot of wrong shit.
Well, but it also depends the position you hold in American politics. You know, there are people that are associated to the vice president that get security details. You know, the vice president, Kamala Harris's some staff members got security details, and they're associated to her as an administration. So it depends who you are and why you need it.
I guess
it depends who you are and why you need it. So yeah, it's a unique policy, but you'd be surprised who can get a security detail in the government.
How much time you have tonight?
How much what?
How much time do you have tonight?
I'm here till about 11.
Okay. Anything else in politics before we get messy?
Anything else in politics? Did I say that I'm happy? Did you see the picture of them illegals getting on a plane? Oh, that was the best thing I'd ever.
Wait, let me see if I could. Was it on X?
It was on Fox. It was on Fox. They had.
Okay, but I mean, can I find it on Fox on YouTube?
Find it. It's somewhere. It was like a line of illegal aliens, and the ICE agent was standing there like the big man with the gun, and they were just with their heads down. And somebody asked him, "Hey, what's going to happen?" He said in Spanish, he said, "If I were y'all, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't come across that border." I said,
wait a minute. I wonder if it's this one. Like, let me share.
He said in Spanish, "I wouldn't do it. If I was you, I wouldn't do it because Trump is not playing."
President Trump just.
Is it this one? This who the Democrats are? But no, this is.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh,
not burglary. Sorry.
That it?
That's it. Look at them. Lined up.
Yeah, I saw a picture of this.
Some of them now changing their tune, right? Even some blue state ones. So let's take a listen to this flip-flop from the governor of Massachusetts. Watch.
If the Trump administration requests it, would the Massachusetts State Police assist in mass deportations?
No, absolutely not. Every tool in the toolbox has got to be used to protect our citizens, to protect our residents, and protect our state.
I wouldn't describe them as raids. What it seems to be is what we expected and what I support, which is the apprehension of criminals in our communities.
Harris, a different tune, which, by the way, I don't want to condemn. I
love for illegal immigrants. Bring it on. I'd love to see that. Now, the second wave that Tom Home and the borders are for Trump has told me about
did the last 4 years. This is giving people solace.
Health crisis, ways for drugs.
This is just all commentary. But was it this?
Yeah, it was a clip. I saw it on it was the New York Post.
Oh, it was the New York Post.
It was their Instagram page, and they asked one of the they said, "How do you feel?" He said, if you coming across the border, I wouldn't do it." He said in Spanish, "If I were you, I wouldn't do it."
I'm trying to think. Okay. ICE raid. Okay, this is ICE raids turn up. Ooh, pedophiles and gangbangers. Oh, deported. Is it this one? Deported migrants arriving back in Mexico. Issue warning. What is this? Issue warning. I don't recommend to cross.
I don't recommend to cross. Don't do it.
Hay mucha migra y todos están cayendo. No les recomiendo cruzar porque hay un chingo de migra.
I love it.
Hay mucha migra y todos están cayendo. No les recomiendo cruzar porque hay un chingo de migra.
So it was this clip.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Lined up. Get out of here.
What? But see, I said that this was the mess of the Biden administration.
I couldn't agree more. Joe Biden's administration allowed over 10 million illegal aliens to cross the United States
You
border.
say over 10. I'm saying probably over 20. Like, and
In 4 years, I wouldn't say over 20 in 4 years.
I would say that listen, and they didn't. We're talking about crossing the border, but planes, trains, automobiles,
Okay, planes. Okay,
Canada.
okay. And also, you might be right because there were a lot of people that overstayed their visas.
That too.
And they just disappeared into the American fabric. Disappeared.
And that app he disabled. So what happened to all the data on the app?
There's a reason why he did it. All that information, giving them routes to get to points to be transferred into major cities, information, food. There was a clip that I saw that they had one Border Patrol agent said they coming over here with Balenciaga cell phone. No, seriously. He said, I don't know who's funding this. Well, I said, well, the United States government is. NGOs are. Oligarchs are. Corporations are. They're funding these illegal aliens. George Soros is. Media Matters is. They're funding these people. They're giving them food. They're giving them cell phones. They have tablets. They have, one guy on the Border Patrol said they were ordering Uber Eats.
Well, they were interviewing the people at the border. It's like last year, and it was like, "Oh, I want to come to America," and it was like, "Well, what do you want to do?" "I want to be a YouTuber." Another one was like, another one said, "I want to get to New York and drive a Uber and and collect money and send it back home, save money and send it back home, and all this other mess." Like, a youth, bitch. What? And she came from Africa, and a lot of these people are not from South America. A lot of them from Africa, definitely China. There was a lot of Chinese that they do not talk about.
That's the biggest misconception, that everybody thinks they're all like from Central and South America. No. There's a lot of Africans, Haitians. Remember those 10,000 Haitians 3 years ago that they said, where did 10,000 Haitians just show up in the Texas border?
Yeah, but see, you know what? I never have a problem. I don't have a problem with the Haitians being here.
I got a problem with Haitians coming over here. I got it. The King Tether, you heard it. Yes, folks, you heard it. The King Tether has a problem with Haitian illegal aliens crossing the border. Send them back too. Somebody said, you want to send all the Hispanics back, but you haven't said anything about the Haitians. Well, I'm saying it now. If you're Haitian and you're here illegally, you better watch out too.
But we did so much damage and continue to do so much damage. We did so much damage to the Haitian country for decades.
And the
centuries. And I feel as though that is one country that should have access to this country. But because they are black and they're dark black, they're going to be treated like shit.
Well, they're not all dark black.
The light-skinned ones are the upper class in Haiti. They're not trying to come in.
Oh, they live well. They don't need to come in. They keep the darkies out of their region. Stay up out of here.
But is barbecue still in Haiti?
It's funny that you said that. A couple of weeks ago, they had some guy a reporter from the BBC went out to interview him, and they met him at the airport, greeted him. Barbecue was smiling. He said, "Barbecue's a pretty nice guy." He said, "Yeah, let's go travel." He said, the people don't fear me. You see, that's another problem with American media. American media is so propaganda based. They create boogeyman. They create a narrative. They did it with Gaddafi. They did it with currently they did it with the Syrian Bashar Assad, the Syrian leader. He's a monster. He's a killer. He's a genocide. Meanwhile, the United States people were bombing. The United States government was bombing his nation, and then saying he was gassing them. They create these boogeymen in the media, and you think there's these savages. Meanwhile, Barbecue's walking around, everybody's showing him love, and he's with this reporter. He said Barbecue's actually a nice guy.
Well, was he really barbecuing people?
They said that's where he got the name from. There's a reason why they called him Barbecue. He'd fire him up. He didn't get that name. He didn't get that name because he liked Judge Joe Brown's barbecue sauce. He got that name because he was grilling mofos. He was grilling mofos and said,
"Did you buy the barbecue sauce?"
I did not, but I was looking at it.
No, it's really good.
Is it like Stubbs? You ever had Stubbs?
It's better. I'm telling you, I don't like any other barbecue sauce. It is good. It's really good. Go to Amazon again because the website, it costs too much for the shipping. Go to Amazon and purchase. Get the spicy and original.
Do they have different like mesquite, sweet, honey barbecue?
No, damn. No, it's spicy and original, nigga.
It's different flavors. Honey, mesquite.
Why you need all them goddamn flavors?
And when you go to the supermarket, you go to the barbecue section, you see different options. I'm just asking. I don't know.
It's spicy and original, just like Popeyes.
He's looking real jiggy in that promo too. I like.
Yeah, spicy and original.
You know what? Actually, you know what? I'm definitely gonna look at. I know you got a discount. Let me use it
because I don't know who these people are that run that company. First of all, I need a marketing check because I promote that fucking commercial on every goddamn video upload.
Actually, you're right. I do see it on your
they get a lot of sales because I market it on my goddamn platform.
And you got what, like 150,000 subscribers on that channel?
Well, no, 125 and counting. And then I got the other channel that I named. It was the real Judge Joe Brown because he was running for mayor. But I'm changing that to the migrant crisis channel. But I'm marketing on that. That has 12,000 or 13,000 subs. So yeah. So they have spicy and original. He got chicken links, mild and spicy. Then he got the seasoning, some chicken seasoning.
Is that Tiffany Haddish?
Yeah, that's Tiffany Haddish.
Okay. He's got the Hollywood comedic connection. Look at that.
Well, Miss Thing dropped the bag as an investor for the company. So of course she won't be no goddamn commercial. 6 figures.
Nice.
Yeah. So
and I love barbecue sauce on my wings. I'm definitely gonna check out Judge Joe Brown's barbecue sauce.
Well, speaking of Haitians and wings, isn't it true that y'all really do eat cats?
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. My late uncle, who passed away about a month after my mother did, my late uncle, I'd never forget it. This is a true story. This is about maybe 10 or 12 years ago. Me and him, we used to have these very philosophical conversations. I don't know. I think it was around the earthquake. And then we were just talking, and he was like, and I said, I made a joke about Chinese restaurants and cats and dogs, something to that effect.
They eat the cats and dogs.
Yeah, absolutely. And then he goes, man, you know what? Cat is actually real good. And I looked at him. I said, what? He said, what? He goes, oh yeah. I said, you had cat? And he paused. He looked at me. He goes, yeah. I said, where? He said, back in Haiti. I said, they eat cat out there? He said, in certain regions, they call it bush people, like in the mountains.
Well, I don't even think it's just the bush people. I think that's a Delicatessen. Don't they use that for, the roots and the voodoo and the hoodoo and all that shit too?
Oh, but he said he had cat and it was
After they drain the blood, they skin the cat and chop up the meat and saute it.
saute. He looked at me. He said it was good. He just paused. He said, I can't lie to you. He said it was good.
Well, you've been to Chinese stores in the hood in Connecticut. I've been to Chinese stores in the hood in Newark, and I know we done ate some cats, some mice, some rats, probably some damn dog.
Those boneless spare ribs that you like so much, what do you think they are? Do you ever see it?
Remember they ate Fu Young? Oh, you couldn't pay me to eat that shit now.
I still eat egg Fu Young and boneless spare ribs with shrimp fried rice. I still.
But it had a bone in it. I don't remember them shits being boneless.
What, boneless spare ribs?
McDonald's had boneless. The McRib was boneless at McDonald's.
You can get boneless spare ribs at any Chinese restaurant in America today. Right now.
Ribs. That's kitten ribs.
I'll enjoy that kitten rib till the rapture comes because it's some good stuff. So
eating cat lungs.
Sauteed cat with bok choy and pepper sauce.
This fucking
also the Jamaicans talking
since 85.
And also those Jamaicans talking crazy to me. A lot of people don't know the history of Jamaica and Haiti. One of the founding fathers, one guy was like, "Oh, you Haitians, don't be coming to Jamaica." I said, "Well, first of all, if you knew your history, a Jamaican is one of the Haitian founding fathers of the revolution, Bookman, who led the revolution, who was a free Jamaican slave, who is a Haitian founding father. So you don't even know who you are." So, yeah.
I just want to ask, wait, let me share this. Biden pardoned Marcus Garvey. He was a prominent Jamaican.
I saw that, the Back to Africa movement.
How do you feel about that? I think that was a good thing. I don't know, why didn't Obama do it? Trump pardoned Jack Johnson, and he was FBA.
The great Black Hope. Is that what they call
Yes, and it's not surprising that Biden will pardon an immigrant.
Well, Garvey was, believe it or not, was beloved by blacks in America.
Oh no, he was. That's what I'm saying. The immigrants of yesteryear had different mindset than the immigrants we see today.
Well, Garvey's immigrants had this unification ideology. They had this collective, like they at Black Americans as cousins, like we're all in this together. but these immigrants coming in, me no black. They want nothing to do with FBA.
Yeah.
Black. Oh, you know what they love to say? That you guys got no culture. You guys got no culture. Burna Boy said you guys don't know where you came from.
Burna Boy haven't hit since he used FBA music to get a hit over here. Tony Braxton and a couple of
and Brandy. He had that Brandy. He used the Brandy hook.
Yeah. Oh, but we don't got no culture, but you using our culture to get a hit.
Burna Boy said they don't got no culture. That's a Jamaican accent, but they don't got no culture.
But I heard it was a Jamaican artist. It was like Afro beats. They was like, that's not nothing African. I don't know who it was, but they was criticizing Afro beat music. Like that ain't no goddamn African music. Like they didn't create nothing new with Afro beats. Like he was basically saying Afro beats been a thing. It wasn't called Afro beat. So yeah, I mean Marcus Garvey got pardoned.
He got pardoned, and no blacks ever went to Africa in his ships.
Jesse Jackson Jr. was denied clemency.
Is he still locked up?
I think so.
He had a bad corruption case.
Let me pull it up, Jesse Jackson Jr.
How you gonna deny Jesse Jackson but let out a notorious drug kingpin in Connecticut who murdered a child and his mother in Bridgeport, Connecticut 25 years ago?
Who?
Joe Biden. The Peeler case. I think his name is Adrian Peeler. Joe Biden pardoned him, and this guy orchestrated a murder of an 8-year-old boy and his mother in Bridgeport, Connecticut, about 25 years ago. Who was sentenced? Who served 25 years and was serving a 15-year drug sentence, and he was pardoned 2 years into that sentence. So
he was.
Yeah, look up Adrian Peeler.
I'm trying to find the damn picture.
Oh, there goes that. There goes that.
Isn't he a tether?
His name is Solomon Henderson. That doesn't sound like a tether last name to me.
Tether. What's his first name again?
Solomon.
That's a tether.
From Barbados. I don't know.
And now why he bringing Candace Owens? Talking about something Candace inspired him.
His inspiration. Did you see Candace's statement? Candace said, look, I had nothing to do with this. I don't condone violence. I don't do any of this.
Candace got the president of Paris sending her a cease and desist. So she like, get your tether ass up out of here. Whoever. Oh, this is what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, the MLK Sexy Red AI. Bae, I love you.
I'm saying Sexy Red is really a tether, but apparently everybody's saying she FBA.
FBA. That's your tribe. That's your tribe, man.
What would make her? What will possess you to do that? And so the daughter checked her, was like, my father took a bullet for your dumb ass. And she was like, oh, my bad. You know, I didn't mean no harm. I'll delete it. It was just all out of all fun, some bullshit. And then, you know, when people go dragging her ass, and then the daughter types underneath, Sexy Red is not ignorant or ratchet, blah, blah, blah. People make mistakes. But like, no, bitch, she is ratchet and ignorant.
Completely.
She's a degenerate. She's all those things. So she's trying to say, oh, she's not like that. She basically made a mistake and I had to check her, blah, 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 blah. No, she is fucking ignorant. She looks dirty.
And ghetto. From
talking about her booty hole.
Yeah. Oh, but she's got a fire track with Bruno Mars out right now. I heard it today.
I've heard that, but I didn't hear it, but I don't like her. She don't know how to rap. Is the beat fire? I don't get it. Like, what's fire about it? Let me see if I can pull this shit up.
The subculture. She's the worst of black subculture. And this generation gravitate towards it. This generation gravitates towards depravity, degeneracy, and lower vibrations and intellect. And she checks all those boxes. She is what America's subculture creates. She's a mutation. She's a mutation of what is festering.
Pussy, eat the booty hole. Bruno Mars, first of all, his dried up whack ass, I guess he's just looking to be relevant again, but Bruno Mars talking about some pussy this, pussy. No, that shit is whack and corny.
That's a hot track. I'm sorry.
What's hot about it? The beat?
Sexy Red, you got another one.
Another? She never had one. My booty hole is brown. Oh, that hit was the one?
What's that popular song of hers? I ain't lying. I ain't lying. Oh, that's
what?
When that song comes on,
people
go crazy. Kids. It's the kids, I tell you. It's the kids.
Grown people too. Which one? Get Sexy, What You Know About Me?
Get sexy. Get sexy. I think that's what it's called. Get sexy.
This?
Yeah. Yes.
Sticky? I can't. First of all, I can't enjoy her music because just by the way she looked. Now, when Summer Walker first came out, I loved her song. The one with Drake was on it. That was the like the hit. And then I saw her album cover where she had the scarf on and she like this. I was like, it turned me off. I can't listen to her music because I'm like, see that generation, these girls look like Shanae is nothing but Shanae's. I can't relate to that.
But you gotta understand, these girls are from the hood. These girls are like, it's not like they came from the suburbs and they're playing a gimmick. These girls are from the hood. Sexy Red is from the hood.
Even girls from the hood where I was growing up, and I'm not from the suburbs, but I'm not from the projects. But the fact is that even girls from my generation coming from the hood or the projects still had class. I'm sorry, they weren't shenanigans, and if they were, it was 3 or 2. So I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I just can't get with it.
You were coming up back in the day. Ghetto wasn't marketable. It is now. When you were coming up back in the early 80s, it wasn't really marketable. You couldn't really market it.
Well, it wasn't really marketable in the 90s either, but
ghetto is marketable now. You got kids in Germany and France that are walking around that know these lyrics word for word.
But it's always a face of somebody black on the ghetto.
Right, because that's what they attribute ghetto-ness to. Blackness. I hate to say it, but that's just what it is.
Somebody said, "Nah, heard that booty hole part and was hooked." Why you like booty holes so much?
Freak off.
So I wanted to bring this up. The flight attendant. Twerking on the clock at work. She got fired, and then she started a GoFundMe.
And I'm surprised she doesn't have an OnlyFans. I mean, she's not bad.
She get one now.
She's not bad looking.
But this was because she just finished probation. You know, you 3 months probation.
Right.
So the first day after probation, she does this before her shift really starts, like before people board. And then what will possess you to do this and then post it like it was okay?
She must be black from Houston.
No, she's from Alaska. She's one of those exoticas, like I like to call them. The Samoan type chicks.
We do like those exoticas. Black men do like some exotic looking women.
And that's what I'm saying. It's just like, and now you out of job begging for money.
Twerking, busting it wide open.
Right.
I mean, I think we're talking about the culture. We live in this depraved. There's nothing left to the imagination anymore. Everybody needs to be on social media. Everybody must show their wares. Women must degrade themselves. Men must become outrageous and commit most bizarre acts on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram. There's nothing left to the imagination anymore. You know, men still like women with class. Class is still a thing. You know, less is more. And again, people feel like they have to expose themselves. They have to get 1 million views and they want to come up.
But you don't want class. You want the fat ass. You want the twerking. That's what y'all gravitate to. That's what y'all smash. So a woman with class, you treat her like shit.
That's not necessarily true because
you take her through so much of your bullshit. It's like you want that classy woman, you want that good woman, but you don't know how to act. Y'all men don't know how to act like a man. Y'all don't know how to be that good man.
There are men that can honor a woman with class. There are men who have very productive and good marriages to this day with classy women.
Well, do you have a classy woman? Because every time I turn around, it's always some floozy. That's what you flock to.
Like I said, a good man.
Where's your? And then earlier, I caught what you said earlier. I'm a young man. I'm still bachelor. Honey, you in your 40s.
How you know I'm in my 40s?
You're middle age.
40s is not middle age.
How old are you turning on Sunday?
I'm 43.
What?
I'll be 43.
Exactly. You probably 45, but okay.
In Haitian years, I'm 46. But American.
Where's your wife at?
I'm not married. Where's your husband?
Exactly.
Oh, why aren't you married?
I have kids. Oh, well, you do have one kid.
Why didn't a man put a ring on your finger?
Oh, I'm about to get the ring.
Oh, so you're gonna get married?
Yes. I don't, but me personally, I don't know. It's do I need? I don't need to, but yes, yes. I'm about to do it.
Are you gonna invite your all your former co-hosts to your
We're
wedding?
going to City Hall. We're going to City Hall first, and then we could plan a wedding later.
I would love to come to your wedding. Me, Shampoo, all of us.
Hell no. Hell no. This is why we're going to City Hall. I need to get it on paper first.
And secure the bag.
Yes.
Whoever he is.
Secure the bag second. Get it on paper first and secure the bag second. And then we can plan the wedding. But I don't even need the wedding. I just go to the honeymoon after that. I don't need y'all to be there.
I would love to be there for your wedding.
Why?
Would drink and eat and just show out.
You're freeload.
I would go in there and drink to
forget about the marriage. Why? No, really, honestly. Why is it that you are not in a serious relationship? When's the last time you had a serious? Now, mind you, it's been a while. Okay, this is the thing. It's been a long time since I had a serious relationship, but that is because guys, y'all don't want a serious relationship, such as yourself. You, how can I say it? You hop and bounce from woman to woman.
Not necessarily true. Men do want something long term. Men do want something good and something viable and something that'll last. So that's not true. But again, just like you want it to be right. You want it to be something that you're going to grow from. It's going to be beneficial, and that you're going to transcend into the next phase. That's what it's really all about. Anybody can be with somebody. I mean, people shack up all the time.
Do you want a relationship?
100%. I want to be married. I want to have a big house, and I want to have all the fixings that come along with it.
Somebody says time to settle down. 9. Tell them, Dana. Yeah, it's time for you to settle down. You don't do you. You could have had a lovely relationship, and you know who I'm talking about.
Here you go. Here you go.
I was just reading something.
Right. Go with what I had.
Plural. You could have had one. You know who I'm talking about. But that's what I'm saying. It's you guys, it's you men. I'm generalizing. It's you. You men are the problem, not the women.
Not necessarily. 70% of divorces are enacted by who? Men or women?
It's enacted by women because you know why? Because you already checked out. And they're like, look, let me just get this goddamn paperwork together because he's not going to do it. But you already checked out of the marriage. But I'm talking about before you even get to the marriage. Y'all not looking to get to the marriage. Y'all want that up there.
Is that Bernice?
Yeah. Let me play this.
Crazy.
All right, so I'm Chris and I'm here with
Bernice Burgos.
All right, look, can you rate my drip like 1 through 10? Be real, Naka. This is real pressure. Be 100% real. A 10. A 10.
You want me to say a 10?
No, say what you think.
Or you want me to be honest?
Be honest.
I'm a nice girl, so I might say
A 10.
an 8.
All right, that's close. 10. I'm pressure.
Right?
So look, would you date a dude just like this? Be honest.
I mean, you look nice, but it's not my type.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's cool.
Cool?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Right. Can you like a 360 for the camera? Let me see. Oh, can it clap? Can you shake it just a little bit?
No. See now you
okay, I'm sorry. Can I grab it? Can I grab it?
I'm out.
But my thing is, you always twirling your ass around on your IGs. That's how she get paid,
Oh yeah, big time.
First of all, I think me and her the same age. She look good. Now, I mean, her doctor, I don't think she won't tell anyone who's her plastic surgeon, but she has a very good doctor and she keeps herself up very lovely. So, and her and her daughter look like twins, but you can't sit up here and be like, oh, Pete, I ain't going to clap my cheeks, but it's okay for you to clap it on by yourself and put it out on IG. Listen, a lot of times if you present yourself a certain way, that's what guys are going to expect in public.
Yes and no. Because again, there's a man that will definitely respect her for her personality.
What?
For her, she'll get respect for her personality.
Y'all don't give a shit about a woman's personality. When a woman is looking like that, 90% of you, that's all y'all would think about is sex. You're just gonna smash.
I'll tell you this, any woman that's in my life, you have to have some kind of intellect. I just can't do the whole like I'm dumb and I watch reality TV and nah, I just can't do it.
But why do you care when you don't stick around long enough?
That's not the point.
It's not so much that you don't stick around. When they're ready for something serious, you leave. You check out.
Easy.
You check out. And I'm not, this is not me picking on you. It's like, but that's the thing that guys do. Y'all check out.
Well, because it's happened to you, that doesn't mean all men are going to check out. Because you're speaking about something that happened to you, and I get it. But that doesn't mean all men check out of relationships. That doesn't mean that.
I'm talking about me. I'm talking about other women. And I'm talking about you. Listen, the women that I have known of in the past that you have dated in the past, good women. Okay. And what happened?
They're no longer here.
No, they're still alive.
Oh no, they're I hope they're in productive, happy relationships.
Oh, what happened to you?
It's not with me.
Why not?
Because it didn't work out.
No, they're because of you.
Not because of why is it because of me?
Oh my, because they wanted a relationship. You did.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
And now we're here.
Now we're on the Tether Talk show.
Yeah. First it was Magados. Even with Magados, you pick up and leave.
I leave all the women in my life. Is that what you're saying? I left you. I just leave. All the women in my life, I leave.
Well, this is clear. Me and you never dated.
Oh no.
Show.
The show. No.
And I had to elevate, honey. And I elevated. And see, that's what happens. See, y'all dusties, y'all leave, and women elevate.
I will say this: out of the whole Star and the morning show crew, you are the most successful story out of all of us.
Of course, because I'm a star.
You stuck, you stuck by it, and you ran. You didn't stop. You stay. I'll give it to you. You stay consistent since the show ended. You stayed consistent.
It isn't. That's the number one ingredient for success in life. With anything, it's consistency.
That's a fact.
People want overnight success. They want a quick fix. People are afraid to fail. I had a lot of failures, and sometimes I fell. Now I learn from less. You have to learn from it, but failure is good.
Girls talk sports.
Oh, daddy! What was it? Daddy's little girl.
Girls sports. Girls talk sports.
But even now, it's like, I mean, listen. Me and the judge developed a friendship, and the things that we do together, you know what I'm saying? He is his own brand, and I'm trying to create my own identity lane with Dana with the data. So it's a lot of things I want to do, and I don't mind taking my time. I don't worry about overnight success. It's not about that because
Ebony Moss talking about trying to settle down now. I tell him, Dana.
I would say yes. It's
Ebony Moss is someone very, very close to me in my life.
Oh, okay. You know her.
We share an individual that is 20 years in the making, and let's just put it like that.
Okay.
That came from both of our DNA makeup.
Oh. But that's what I'm saying. Like it is time. But you have a pattern of quitting things. Where's your podcast?
What are you, Sigmund Freud?
Yes.
You trying to shrink me?
This is tether therapy.
This is therapy for a Haitian. That will not be deported, by the way. I'm a citizen. Thank you.
No, he'll tell on fellow tellers.
I will tell on a Haitian and send him back to Haiti. How about that?
Right.
I can't be trusted. I cannot be trusted.
You ever watch this tonight's conversation?
Is that the panel where a bunch of black dudes sit on there and tell everybody how to just treat women and they
Well, it's not. It's women, black women and men.
Here's my
they going on tour. That whole stadium, that whole place, they have it and be packed.
They're grifters. Who are these people? Are they relationship experts? Are they psychotherapists?
Some of them are. Some of them have their practices, or some of them they're podcasters or popular content creators that talk about relationship. Relationship is look. You can make a lot of money talking about relationships.
I don't trust any Negro on the internet talking about relationships. I mean, who are you? Who are you? I don't. Who are you? The only person that I regarded that made sense. I mean, I didn't believe in everything that he said, but Kevin Samuels, that's the only guy that I used to listen to. Again, I didn't agree with everything he said.
You liked when he was going in on women.
Well, but I like a twist. He didn't hate women. That was the plot.
He didn't hate women. No.
That was the plot twist. People always said he was a misogynist and he hated women, but
most men are, but it doesn't mean you hate women. No.
That was the stigma that was attached to him. You hear people on the internet, oh, he hated black women, he was a misogynist, he had women issues and this, that, and the third. I said, but a lot of people didn't realize that who was funding his operation was like 75% women.
Yeah, they were calling in
and donating.
Yeah.
So it wasn't this whole like women hated him.
Popular. That's what made him pop off.
Was women. That's what made him popular. So, but the whole internet thing, how can I really believe someone that's just sitting on a microphone telling me, yeah, you need to take her to vacation and give her $1,000 and rub her feet and run her bath and and then she'll be with you forever. I mean, sounds good.
Whole life. So he doesn't have any dating experience.
No. I'm just talking about he's talked about dating. He's talked about dating.
Doing in two different things. Listen, I think if you want marriage advice, definitely ask him.
Right.
I mean, and it don't go to bitter married people, but if you want to know about marriage, ask marriage person. He's been married for a long time. I think he could give marriage advice. He could tell you what marriage is about. Single people, I wouldn't ask him nothing about dating in today's world. He does not know.
The single people give the most advice. These people on the internet, a lot of them are single, and they're giving advice on marriages.
Because the people who listen so the Saturday show I do with Steve, right? A lot of those guys that call in, they just want to have sex. They're not calling in Steve because Steve is married. They're not calling in, oh, I'm looking for a wife and I want a family. No, how can I get laid? I want to get her number. I think she's hot. How do I text? How do I talk to women on the phone? That's what they're calling in for.
Yeah, but not all men are just looking to just sleep.
I'm telling you, majority. Listen, if you called Steve and you want to get married, I'm pretty sure he would give you advice. But he even told me 90% of his clients, they just want to get laid.
Yeah, but how old are they?
95%.
But what's the age demographic?
And older, all ages. Middle-aged men. They just want to get laid.
They just like men in their 50s and late 40s.
Want to get laid. Maybe they were already married and divorced, but still, people that even when we do the show, and the show is fun. People call into the show. I met a girl at a bar. How do I talk to? It's just all about superficial. It's not about marriage. So again, I get it to where a lot of these people on social media that want to be these relationship experts, like if you don't have like a license or something like that, but people who are listening, they just want to get laid, like the guys and the girls. I don't know, but I like Shira 7. I like Nicole Michelle, Brittany.
Is Nicole Michelle the one that's got her hair wrapped and she's like talks on with the crystals and all that?
No.
Never mind.
Oh, are you talking about Kristen Cure?
She's pretty. She's like mystic, and she blocked me on.
Oh, no. You're talking about the other chick. She's light skinned.
Yeah.
She's been around for a minute.
She blocked me on IG, but I think she's got some interesting.
Oh, I don't know who she is though, but again, I don't listen to them because I don't need advice for people who has to do with dating and relationship. However, but I'm just saying the people who listen and who seek, especially the guys, they just majority 98% just want to get laid. That's all.
And that's unfortunate because not all guys are just trying to constantly get, because there's guys that go home and they're alone and there's nobody there and they need companionship. And it's not just about having sex. They just need someone that can connect with them on a spiritual, metaphysical, intellectual, emotional level. And they're lonely. There's a lot of guys out there like that are lonely.
Yeah.
Lonely. And it's not about just sex. So, yes, are there a lot of guys that's out there that
lonely and they're horny? So you run into a lot of guys that's looking for a wife or looking for a relationship?
There's men that are looking for a wife.
They're not men, but I'm talking about in general. I'm talking about the majority. They are not looking for marriage.
Right now, mostly all my friends that I grew up with are married. My nieces, like a lot of my nieces.
You're the only one who's not, but they're middle aged and they knew it was time to settle down. Now we don't know how long the marriage is going to last, and aren't they tethers too?
Not all of them.
How many are FBA that are married?
2.
Out of what?
Out of like 12. And they marry, and the ones that are tethers marry some FBA girls, and they're still married to them. They married
12. 2 of the men are FBA.
Yeah, and they're married. But
they have to tether and married.
They're married non-FBA women though, so
it doesn't matter. But the tether guys are more prone to getting married than FBA guys.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it, Because like I said, all my boys
are. Wrong with you? Are you really? I don't think you're really a tether. I think that you really are FBA.
I am not FBA. My parents came from Haiti in the 1960s. So
because your parents came here in the 60s.
3,000 Haitians here in Louisiana in the mid 1800s. I mean, if you want to go that far, and you had Haitians that fought in the American Revolution, and the founding father of Chicago is a Haitian man. So, and there were 2 Haitian couples on the Titanic. So yeah, Haitian people have been around.
How did they survive?
Oh, they died. Of course they died. Niggas can't swim. Niggas can't swim.
Were they down below?
Below deck, the below decks. So the Haitian element in America is rooted. But again, a lot of people don't know their history. I was talking to one guy; he didn't know that during World War II, Haiti took in about 30,000 Jewish families that left the atrocities that left.
And those Jewish people are probably controlling Haiti today.
Isn't that crazy? Look up the Biggio family. Look up the Biggio family. The Biggio. Biggio. Bigio. The Jewish family. They control like 80% of Haiti's economy. But anyhow, you let them in and they take over.
I want to play him because I can't sometimes with Tonight Talk, I can't get into all that bullshit. You know what I want to go to?
Gilbert Arenas.
Yes.
You were the one that introduced me to her. I didn't know I remember you mentioned her during the morning show. You like Tasha K? I'm like, who? I'm like, I don't know who that is.
All right, so I didn't, because I don't follow Gilbert Arenas or his new wife, but I found this very interesting. Let me see something of this.
So like, wait, I had to double back to make sure it's the same person. That's it. Damn. Or Megan Thee Stallion.
Dr. Bryant, and allowed her man to justify why he would take Saucy Santana's pussy over Megan Thee Stallion's.
Ooh, girl.
Jasmine, you got that clip?
Ooh,
we have to remind the
Stop.
people.
No. Stop. Stop. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not rolling, bro. No. I mean, all I'm saying, if I had to rate between who's better, him. I'm trying to see him. Or Megan Thee Stallion. Stop, man.
Look at her face. That's the wife with that ring we can't see. He got that out of a bubblegum machine. That's the wife, y'all. That's the wife. That's who he married. But go ahead, finish up the video.
Who I'm gonna throw my dollars to, dog. A good show is a good show. A good show is a good show. But hey, Sauce, listen. I got rules. Listen, you can't talk.
No.
And you can't look at me. If you look, I got 100 those. I got the
Where does money come from?
I got the honeys. Listen, listen, I don't mind. I don't know if you dealt with it. I don't know if Nick, is that what you was doing?
Us. Then in this wedding photo, you talking about look.
Even though I said I don't want to keep playing her content, even though I'm not monetized here, but he is so Gilbert Arenas, like he's so annoying to me, like, and so corny.
Wasn't he married to Gloria Govan's sister?
Did they get married or they were engaged?
Gloria.
Yeah, they had like 2 or 3 kids.
Like 3 kids, yeah, like 2 sons and a daughter, yeah.
And they were engaged, and didn't he give her like an expensive ring, or it was fake though?
Right.
Some mess, but it's like he was like an asshole, and they really tried to make it. I don't know, it could have been both of them, but he really tried to make it seem like she was crazy, but he's a goofball. But yours, and then he was like, he would pick Saucy Santana over Megan to smash. And your wife sitting there, I would have been like, annulment quick.
He was like, you just can't speak though.
Yeah.
You see, but here's the thing. There's a lot of guys, look at that picture. There's a lot of guys that would take that and have their way with that out of curiosity.
Well, first of all, ain't no out of curiosity. That's been going on for a very long time. Men have always, heterosexually identified men have always liked, found attractive, slept with transgender women.
Oh, that's been going on since like the 90s. Oh, no, that's nothing new at all. You know, even the whole Diddy thing, there are people that said that, you know, there were a lot of trans women at his parties, and they partook in things and they did things, and
they were paid for it. They were in relationships on the low. It was all on the low. Now it's kind of becoming more acceptable. And why not? Because y'all been doing it.
Well,
y'all been doing it.
I mean, it was a trans woman that said, you know, they would get, you know, flown out on private airplanes, and they would have to sign NDAs with like athletes and very prominent people, politicians.
Yeah. That is nothing new.
That's nothing new, no. I mean,
you were being taken care of well. Now it's unfortunate though. A lot of transgender people prostituted because for a very long time they were discriminated against. They weren't being hired for jobs. You know, a lot of that changed now, and that's what I'm saying. This young generation of the community, like they got it so much easy, and they feel like they are so fucking entitled. And it's like there are a lot of really talented, good people who died either from AIDS or being murdered or whatever, who really suffered homelessness, couldn't find jobs, so they had to prostitute. A lot of those people, and they really did the groundwork to fight for the LGBTQAI plus community today. So the new generation today, like they have no idea. They feel so entitled. That's why I all that he, she, her, they, go sit your asses down. I'm pansexual, all this other bullshit. Like, just go sit down. And it is a difference between new school and old school community, whether you white or black. But trans gay guys, first of all, them gay guys always was busting down heterosexuals, vice versa. Transgender women were always getting bust down from heterosexual guys. That ain't nothing new.
It's been going on. But here's the thing now. Now, a lot of them are saying, well, since the advancements of cosmetic surgery and the advancements of hormones, they're looking more passable. And now they're coming out against women, against cis women, against you. They're saying, well, we can take your man and you guys can't do anything about it.
Our man. They've been taking him.
Yeah, but now they're out in Front Street about it, saying that you guys need to accept them as real women because they can take your man.
I don't want to accept anything. I know that you have a dick. I know that you live your life as a woman, and that's fine. But I know you have a dick. You're not biological. But I don't tote that saying, oh, I got one up over you. I don't do that. I don't get into all that semantics. But you've been sleeping with our men. Now they will probably hurt you if you out them. But you've been, and women who are in denial of that, women who believe men, a lot of these heterosexual men that say, I would never, a lot of times those are the ones who do. I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if I found out one of my exes from long ago or whatever slept with a transgender or a gay person.
I'm sure most of your exes was stuff.
What?
I knew someone that was ready to leave their wife and kids for a trans. That was on South Beach holding hands on Instagram.
Well, a lot of them look good. Remember the movie, what's it? Slim what?
Slim.
Remember the movie? I remember the show Pose.
Okay.
You remember the show Pose?
Okay.
Have you watched it?
I've heard of the show. I've never watched it.
Never mind. Slim. What was that movie Slim with the two people with when they killed the cop and they were on the run, the guy and the girl?
Oh, you're talking about Jody
yeah, she fine as hell.
And my man who played in
yeah, him. He
the Black Judas movie.
Yeah. So Slim is
Queen and Slim.
Yes, Queen and Slim.
Queen and Slim. I saw that movie because of you, by the way.
So the girl that was the pimp whose queen was related to, the one in New Orleans, his bottom bitch. She was a transgender in that movie.
That's right. That's right.
And she gorgeous.
Wasn't she on that show with Billy Porter, honey? Billy Porter.
Oh, she was on the show with Pose, yeah.
Okay.
So you're talking about realness. Like she could pass easily. A lot of people didn't know that she was transgender when that movie came out, but she was a good actress. So, and it wasn't about that because her role was as a woman and she played it very well.
Right.
But women like that, like, yeah, they look good. They look like real women.
But
so
they got some extra down there.
And that's why men like that, because they're different. Now, once a lot of men get into relationships with transgender, whether it's publicly or on a low, well, some transgender really want a vagina. Once they cut that dick off, the men don't like them no more. Because they're like, if you got a pussy, I could go with a biological. So you're just like them now. I'm with you because you got the dick.
It's a novelty. They become novelties. It's like follies, if you will. It's almost like something taboo.
Yeah, and it's like, I have something different from everybody else.
And you get to experience it.
Right. And so and then too, they could be, first of all, I don't care if you're transgender or not. You're born a guy, your throat is different. So, even gay guys, like, when they did sucking dick or whatever, it just, you could take more in. And I'm not saying that you could be rougher, but it's just, you still have that, the men to where y'all could bust a nut and then go on about your day and not be so emotionally caught up. So transgender women still have that element of being a man, like not being overly attached. I don't know. It's just different. It's just different. That
well, Saucy Santana is the twerk queen.
Saucy's not a tranny. Saucy is just
Saucy is just
hell.
Freaky as hell.
Didn't you tell me something that he said something like, if y'all knew who?
Oh yeah, who he dealt with that's notable, they would kill him. They would kill him if he outed people, which he wouldn't. But if he outed people that wanted to know, you guys would be shocked, and he would be,
because they look at that round as, I mean, he got a BBL, but it's just something about plowing a man's ass. There are a lot of guys who like to be paid. I mean, you tell us, like, that's your breed. Like,
it's crazy. It's crazy because, like I said, nowadays I know someone that was ready to leave their wife and kids
for a transgender.
They were on South Beach holding hands on Instagram. It's like, what are you doing?
Well, that probably wasn't their first tranny in their marriage.
Probably not. Probably not.
So he like, listen, I'm tired of living a lie.
Yeah, I got these kids with you.
And why would you take care of them kids? Take care of that wife. But I mean, are the kids older? Maybe maybe they were young, so that's why he didn't leave.
Yeah, the kids are like teenagers now. But he was on South Beach holding hands with a woman with something extra, and was ready to leave.
And was loving it.
He was holding hands on IG. They said, "Yo, have you seen IG?" I said, "No. Take a look." This is a married man with 2 kids on IG, on South Beach, on IG Live. It's crazy. Take a look.
It's so you said you gotta get up out of here. It's almost 11 anyway.
I got a few minutes, give or take.
So what are we gonna do? Is this a one line only of Tether Talks?
No, I think this is
Not a weekly thing. You can't do weekly.
No, I can't do weekly.
I don't think I want to do weekly, but it could be once a month, twice a month.
Yeah, and I want to get back in my own podcast thing, and I like
boy, bye. Like stop.
I like this studio. I like this. This is officially the number 9 studio now. This is the number 9 studio.
Where's your banner?
Did I send you my banner?
No, you told me earlier you ain't get it made yet.
Hold on, I got a banner. Hold on. Let me send you that banner. I have a banner. Where is it? Send that banner.
So guys, tell us what you think about Tether Talks.
Tethers. The king of all tethers.
Should we keep the name for this type of show, Tether Talks?
Tether talks to the FBAs and schools them.
Okay, so can we do it like we did Magadol? So can it be Tether something? I don't know.
FBA Tether. The FBA Tether show.
The FBA Tether show.
People will be like
Tether Talks though.
People will be like, "Ooh, what's that? FBA Tether? What's that?"
I do like Tether Talks.
You FBAs need to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. This is Mr. Tether telling you.
You tethers.
Pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
Y'all need to pull yourself up by the raft, honey, because y'all always get on fucking rafts floating over here.
Go back and pull your country up by the bootstraps.
Right. Stop fucking putting wood together, making a boat.
Yes.
Getting eaten by the fucking sharks and shit.
Y'all need to go back and pull your country up by the bootstraps.
Right. Worried about us.
Worried about what FBAs are doing.
Exactly. But I'm tired.
I'm tired. Again, this was a phenomenal week. Donald Trump came back into power and his executive orders are dominating. That's why I work my black MAGA hat. I mean, what a week. Caesar returned. Caesar Augustus, the leader of the free world, came back and said, we're sending all the illegals back. We're ending DEI.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Keep talking.
We're putting brand new trade deals into effect. We're going to create this golden era in America. We're going to lower cost of services and goods. We're going to secure the border. We're going to stop funding proxy wars overseas. We're going to bring things back in our kids' education. We're going to have a prosperous economy. We're going to run this economy like a business because, hey, he's a businessman. Well, he's had bankruptcies. He's failed. All businessmen have failed. Jeff Bezos failed. Mark Zuckerberg has failed. Elon Musk has failed. Bob Johnson has failed. I mean, you name it. But they've also succeeded and had gains. So if you look at running this country like a business, which he did in his first run up until the COVID disaster, and it pretty much tanked the economy, and it was downhill from there. But we can come back. In a functioning capitalist society, you can always come back. You can come back with a more effective economy. You can come back with more secure borders. You can come back with lower crime rates in major cities. You can come back with better educational systems in these public schools. You can come back with creating an idea of American exceptionalism. You can come back without sending billions of dollars overseas. You can also come back with an ideology of putting America first, because if you're an American, why would you want to worry about anybody else? So yes, the America first thing is a real thing. And I think the whole Donald Trump return was monumental. I mean, I knew he was going to push some things in, but it just the first 72 hours, the executive orders are going in. DEI gone. Borders closed. The illegal alien app closed. We're going to start doing raids. Gone. We're going to go in and just have two genders, male and female. We're going to have merit-based operations as opposed to ideological, identity-based quotas. It's just like, whoa, this guy's really trying to clean up the mess that we had in the last 4 years with that Indian woman and that cognitive Swiss cheese brain old man who's somewhere right now doing God knows what, doing God knows what right now. And it's a unique experience. Now, I have my reservations on some things. There's some things that
What are you talking about?
I'm just talking about this whole Trump thing. It's the return to Camelot. I got my reservations on something. I got my reservations. Now I'm gonna let it play out before I start criticizing Trump, because just because I voted for him, that doesn't mean I can't critique him. So
I have my damn sweet potatoes in the oven, honey.
Sweet potatoes. When did you start cooking? When did you?
I always cook.
You start cooking.
I have 2 kids to feed. I always cook.
Yeah, but the kids are feeding themselves now.
I know they're old. My kids.
They old. They old. When did you start cooking again? When did you start making cooking great again?
I need to stay healthy.
Stay healthy. And yeah, actually wellness is actually good. Metaphysics is actually good. The mind, body, and soul element is actually good. Speaking of that, I do a lot of reading on spirituality. I'm engaging in a new diet. And it is important to affirm and to meditate and to create the energy within using the chakras, using the 7 energy points.
Did you lose weight and get in shape?
I've been eating right. Yeah, I've been eating right. Yeah. Because listen, I'm gonna be honest. I live alone. I order food a lot out.
Did you slow down on the drinking?
Yeah, no, I actually did slow down on drinking a lot.
No, I think I kind of picked that up with you, because that adds on a lot of weight.
Oh yeah, trust me, I put on a lot of weight. I put on a lot of weight in the last 18 months to 2 years. I put on a whole lot of weight, but a lot of drinking but again, if you drink a lot with a lot of the sugars and then you're eating out all the time.
Your ass was at a ski resort drunk.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah, drinking will do that to you. Drinking will do that to you, and all kinds of things. So you can lose yourself in that. So
but you go out a lot. But there's some. But I don't know. I don't think you do.
I don't go out a lot anymore. I work a lot. I'm working almost 80 hours a week.
And this is why you are a true Haitian tether. You got 3 goddamn. You've been having 3 or 4 jobs for the last 5-7 years.
I have 2 jobs.
You had 3 at one time.
I had 3 jobs at one time. I did. I was working.
You got laid off at one.
No, I quit because I just couldn't do it. Physically, I just couldn't do it anymore. I was like literally crashing. I had no time for anybody. I just was crashing. Like I just went home, passed out, woke up, and went to another job. I just could not. I couldn't function.
Now you have 2.
I have 2 jobs, and I'm getting paid. So I'm getting paid. The money is right. I'm looking at another raise in March.
If you had a wife or a steady girlfriend that y'all live together, that could help ease up some of the bills.
Yeah, but if the money is good, why would I want to ease up?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you would rather be homeless than be in a committed relationship.
I'd rather be living in a shelter.
You would rather be living in a shelter
with illegal aliens than
be in a committed relationship. That's not good.
That's not good. That's not good. That's not good.
You will work 7 fucking jobs.
I will work 10 jobs and
Well,
some later jobs.
if you knew that being in a relationship could ease you financially,
I go to work. Bye. Bye. I gotta go. Bye. Gotta go get this bread. Bye. My dad worked a lot though. He was a hard working man. He worked a lot. What's that? What's that? What's that? Crazy. And folks, thanks for joining us on this premiere episode of One Night Only
Did you hear him?
Tether Talks. What?
Oh, you didn't hear my father.
Your father said, "Get your ass up. Get your fuck that off."
No, I had pressed me. I was telling him I was on a show. I thought you probably heard him in the background.
Child, get your ass up out there. Huh?
No, this was fun. This was fun.
Your dad eat like fried chicken and black eyed peas and cornbread and pig feet and all that. I can tell. Pass that hot sauce, girl. Pass that hot sauce.
You're so stupid.
Pass that Louisiana hot sauce.
Oh no, I don't do Louisiana. I do the red hot.
Ooh, Louisiana. Are you crazy? Louisiana hot sauce.
Louisiana is good, but I prefer Frank's Red Hot.
Frank's Red Hot is like imitation. It's not even hot. Frank's Red Hot is not even hot. In Louisiana on some fried chicken and fish. Come on. Come on. And a fried pork chop? Come on.
It is. For me, it is. On some fried fish, yes.
Frank's Red Hot? Okay. Frank's Red Hot is not hot sauce. I'm sorry.
I don't need it to be real hot, but yes.
Louisiana hot sauce on a fried pork chop is everything.
I had 130 people on X. Ooh.
Louisiana hot sauce on a deep fried pork chop is everything.
I'm doing good here on this YouTube channel. It's 32. I think so. You know what? The next time we do it, I'm going to go live right before we go live here on the main channel so I can send those people here. Because it was 50 people waiting when I ended the other live earlier, but we wasn't going live here until another hour. So I was like, shit. So, but whatever.
Okay, well, I mean, we do good show. We've been working together since 2017. We could work. This ain't nothing new.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're consistent, we could work. Yeah.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh, this is great." We're not new to this. We're true to this.
You're just not consistent.
Consistency is key. What was that studio we went to that one time in Jersey, and they had that cool like camera? It was in the middle. It was like a panoramic. It was like small. Remember, he put it like in the middle of the table, and it caught like a great angle of it.
Oh, that was like it was like down in the net.
Yeah, but it had great.
That's right, because we went to 2. We went, but it was one in downtown Newark.
I like that one in downtown Newark.
That you like, that was your favorite one, and then it was the one down in the net, and then we went to a couple in New York. We went to
correct
2 in New York.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, remember? Okay, so the one in New York, we never went live because it kept crashing.
Right.
It was something that he was doing or whatever. It's like because you can't use 2 different live streams or softwares or some mess. And then it was the other one we went to, which was cool because we were in the middle and the microphones, like we were facing each other. That one was cool too. But that's when we was doing. But see, that's when we were being consistent, and your ass just, I don't know. You float. That's when you leave. You just leave.
I abandoned another woman in my life.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, but okay. And then I elevated.
You sure did. So bravo to you. You did doing the Judge Joe Brown.
You had to leave the dust.
Right. You had to leave the tether and move on.
The tether.
125,000 subscribers. You're doing great. Yeah,
and it's listen, I want to get to 500,000.
I think you can.
I will. I know I can.
I think
maybe not this year, but in a couple of years, in a few years, yeah.
think you can reach 500,000. Yeah, I think you can. You got the content. You got the
Yeah,
content.
and and then too, it's all sometimes you do got to switch it out. You got to switch up the talking points, the brand, or whatever. And it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that at all. What are you doing?
Got cramped up.
That little ass chair you sitting in.
I got cramped up. Where's Jap?
He texts me today. His ass. He takes, honey. Sometimes he takes like 30 days or 60-day breaks. Then he come back hard, and then he'll take another 30, 60-day break and come back.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
He texted me today because I called him last week, a few days ago, and then he texted, was like, "Hey, what's up? I'm doing good, blah, blah, blah. Just taking a break or whatever." So yeah. So are we done?
Yeah, we're done. Thank you for the premiere episode.
Thank you, guys. I put one night only because you won't see us again until February. So it'll be one night only in February.
One night only in February, and you will see me. I'm building up a podcast on.
He been saying this shit for the last 2 years.
I'm building something.
Wait, when you gonna launch it?
As you can see, I'm in the number 9 studio.
Okay, this is the first time you sat your ass in that studio. And the only reason why he's in that studio is because we're going live tonight. It's not like he's going to record a segment for his podcast. Are you starting a YouTube channel? Are you putting it on iHeart? Where you putting it?
I have a YouTube channel.
Where you want to put where you want to put your stuff at? Your content?
It'll be on Spotify and YouTube.
Don't hold your breath, guys. You'll see him right back here on the Dusty Chronicles next month for Tether Talk.
Ooh.
Good night, everybody. Thank you guys on X. Shout out to X 131. A lot of it's a lot for my viewership on X. But and then even here on YouTube, thank you guys on YouTube. Everyone that's in the chat, what she said, did she just say most of men are misogynist? Dana ain't worth shit. Ooh. You and your feelings, honey. Yeah, thank you, Martin, Tony, Heavy, Ebony, Arius, the other side. Thank you guys for being here. Heavy, I said heavy. All right. Good night, everybody.
All right.
Remember to stay tether free.
And walk away from your local FBA.
Call ICE when you see it illegal.
If you see a tether.
When you see a tether, call ICE.
Call ICE.